So Gaffer, the last time we were on the pitch was just after Christmas against Carlisle. Obviously, that only lasted 10 minutes, so it's been over 2 weeks since we played 90 minutes of football. Is there an element of frustration?
I think so, just because we've not had home games called off for the last few years because of the 3G, and it seems like you go back in time really when you get frozen pitches and waterlogged pitches we did used to get games called off regularly. So frustrating from that point of view, because you wake up Saturday morning really looking forward to the games, don't you? And looking forward to seeing the players play like they did in the last game against Carlisle and the game previous to that as well at Oldham. So it stopped us in our tracks, but on the positive spin of it though, we've had plenty of rest, which was needed as well, and we're raring to go.
Has it almost felt like you've had a mini winter break almost?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it does really. You know, they've had extra days off, but when we've trained intensely, and we've trained well. And but I think there's definitely. I mean, you could see in the last game there was energy in the performance, but there should be now after this big rest.
Yeah, and in training this week we've had 3 new additions. March, Honda Mark and Jay Williams have all signed. Are you expecting and needing new signings to hit the ground running?
Well, yes, yeah, and I think they're all capable of doing that. You know, they're all young, they're fit and hungry, and you know, they'll be wanting to prove that they've come here not just to make the numbers up, but to really express themselves and do really well in our team. And I think because the existing players have been playing well, they're coming into a team that's hungry to do well and well rested. So it should be a good setup for them to all play well in. You know, they've all got different qualities. Jay Williams is another sort of Warren Burrell really in terms of being Mr. Versatile. He can play centre back, centre midfield, or full back. And I just love his appetite. You know, he came on trial and stood out, and he's really outstanding in training. So looking forward to getting him in the team. And then moving into midfield, William Honda Mark is such a good athlete, you know, and a creative player in midfield in terms of box to box, but getting into the final third and making things happen. And then Josh Marsh, you know, we've known about for the last few years. I'm good pals with Paul Holleran at Leamington, and he's always telling me about the talent that he discovers, and he was obviously one of the main talents that he's produced. And you know, he went to Forest Green, perhaps hasn't had enough game time from his perspective, and so he wants to get playing.
Do we have an update on Joe Cracknell, who was involved in what I guess was a freaky incident in training
really
just
freaky,
over a week ago?
Really freaky incident. Went for a cross, decided it was going over him and didn't need to commit to, and then his knee straightened and buckled, and it's a real blow, because you didn't want to see the big lad suffer pain in the first place, and he's not had an injury since coming into the building, and such a good honest pro. He's had a scan, and there's some damage there. You know, it was a bit of a mess, and to his ligaments, and not his cruciate ligament, but that's all I can really tell you. You know, medically, Rachel's the person for that, but there's some damage to other ligaments in the knee, and he'll be out for a few months.
Yeah, wish him a speedy recovery. Cambridge is next, and they have in their ranks the current top scorer in the league, Paul Mullins. Without giving too much away, what's the plan to deal with him?
Well, I just think we've got to switch on, you know, for the entirety of the game. I think he's obviously sharp. You know, we've looked at them though in general, and they're a good team. They're a good all-round top of the, you know, well, they're in that top bracket of teams at our level, and I think they're playing an exciting brand of football. So hopefully hopefully we're exciting as well, and it'll be a good game of football, and you know, we can stifle the likes of Mullen up front and Houlihan, you know, out wide. You know, they've got plenty of talent, not least with the centre forward who scored 18 goals in 21, which is a cracking return really.
Best of luck for Saturday.
Thanks very much. Cheers.